10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We are about to celebrate 10 years of Lifetree.
So we had no idea how to start a church. We'd never done this before. We were in another church as an associate pastor, a youth pastor, and here we are starting something completely new, something out of the box. And so we thought the best way to do that is, why don't we bring some of our closest friends, people who we care about, to join into our team to kind of help us figure this whole church thing out and how to make it great.
So we started off in a living room with about 10 people in our in-laws' house in West Windsor, and we just began to plan and dream and say, what could a church be? What should a church be? And we just began to pray and take time to think about it, and we called that our launch team. And our launch team was some of the most amazing people on the planet, and we wouldn't be here without them.
As a part of the launch team for Lifetree Community Church, I actually didn't know what to expect.
It's a building on a piece of property after 10 years.
Be a community church that made a difference in the town of Robbinsville.
When we finally became sovereign as a church and we all signed that membership book for the first time, I just think that was an incredible moment.
Community projects, being able to go to people's houses and actually helping them with their practical needs.
You know, growing from a small group to being able to have an impact in other parts of the world.
The fact that we have essentially helped start other churches around the world, basically.
I think for me what was really memorable was just last week going to Connect Church and knowing that 10 years ago Pastor Frank sat across from us in our living room as we prepared for our church here, and had no idea at that time that 10 years we would be helping Pastor Frankie and Rachel start a new church in the area. It's really exciting. As parents and grandparents, you know, that for us sort of feels the same. That, you know, we're launching another child out to make a difference in the world. That's really, to me, really a big deal.
It was memorable every time we had to move to a new space. We started out at Sharon Elementary School, which had a lot of memories associated with it before moving to the senior center and then to the Seventh-day Adventist Church. It was also memorable when we started out and we were at Sharon and we started having people come who weren't related to anyone on the launch team. So we would get really excited every time that would happen.
For me, I think my favorite moments in being part of Lifetree was always our birthday celebrations. I still remember the one at Maggie Moo's way back in the day where we were scooping ice cream, and it was just a lot of fun in celebrating there, having a good time with people who were part of the church. And also just scooping ice cream was a lot of fun too. And and the random flavors that we would make. The one year, I forget what it was, but it was crazy. Some of the kids came up with it. And those always stood out to me. It was a good time.
It's like an extended family. I love being part of it. I love, you know, the people that go to Lifetree, the people that serve at Lifetree. It's a great place for my kids. I mean, my oldest one started in the kids' church when really I was almost the only one that would stay with the kids for weeks and weeks and weeks, and now he's a member of youth group. So, you know, just how my family has been able to grow with the church and just building relationships with people.
Family, community, joy, I think hope. These kind of sum up when I think Lifetree. This is what I think. It's crazy that we're talking about 10 years because it just feels like yesterday.
Just really awesome to see how God has been faithful, how we just continue to grow, and you know, it says he who started good work in you will see it to completion, and it's just really awesome to be able to witness that.
Happy birthday, Lifetree!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!